Once upon a time, in the heart of Sri Lanka, a young boy named Prabhakaran grew up surrounded by love from his family. Yet, the world outside his home was fraught with challenges, especially for the Tamil community facing oppression. It was this harsh reality that ignited a fire within Prabhakaran, compelling him to dream of a land where Tamils could live freely and peacefully. This dream laid the strong foundations for his future endeavors, shaping his path toward a quest for an independent Tamil Eelam. As Prabhakaran's journey unfolded, he became the guiding force behind the Liberation Tigers of Tamil Eelam, or LTTE. His remarkable ability to rally people around a cause was nothing short of inspiring. Utilizing unconventional tactics, including the tragic method of suicide bombings, he garnered both attention and unwavering support. The dedication of his followers grew, as they believed in his vision of liberation, even amidst the shadow of danger. However, the political landscape in Sri Lanka was evolving rapidly. In the wake of independence, policies favoring the Sinhala majority intensified the rift, sowing seeds of discrimination against the Tamils. The atmosphere became increasingly charged with tension, pushing families to the brink and igniting a conflict that echoed in the hearts of many, including Prabhakaran, who sought to bring an end to this cycle of oppression. Through the lens of his childhood, Prabhakaran experienced both the warmth of family bonds and the weight of injustice. These formative years deeply influenced his outlook and aspirations, carving a path for his political ambitions. The love that surrounded him was intertwined with a sense of urgency to change the narrative for his people, propelling him toward leadership in their fight for rights and recognition. In the midst of this awakening, a pivotal moment came when Prabhakaran joined the Tamil Youth Front. This organization was more than just a group, it was a beacon of hope aiming to unite Tamil youth under the banner of resistance against oppression. Little did he know, this step would transform him from a young boy into a resilient leader, ready to embrace the challenges ahead. But fate had other plans. The tragic events known as Black July erupted, marking a dark chapter in Sri Lankan history. Violence against Tamils escalated, forcing thousands of families to flee their homeland, seeking safety from the relentless storm of persecution. This heart-wrenching exodus underscored the urgency of the struggle that Prabhakaran had embraced, as he witnessed the painful consequences of ongoing conflict. As tensions rose, the government's firm stance against the LTTE led to an escalation of violence that would engulf the nation in a protracted civil war. The streets echoed with the sounds of strife, leaving families shattered and communities divided. Amidst the turmoil, Prabhakaran and his followers remained determined, fueled by a sense of purpose and the unwavering belief in their cause. Despite the mounting pressures, attempts to mediate the conflict were made. Indian officials engaged in discussions with Tamil leaders, reflecting a genuine concern for regional stability. However, the dynamics were complex, with international interests casting a long shadow over the hope for a peaceful resolution. Families yearned for harmony, yet the path to it seemed fraught with challenges. Yet, as the Indo-Sri Lanka Accord emerged, it faced significant pushback from within Sri Lanka. The skepticism surrounding Indian involvement revealed a deep-seated distrust and fears of foreign interference in their internal matters. This tension stifled the peace that so many families longed for, reinforcing the belief that the road to reconciliation would be anything but straightforward. Initially, cooperation between the LTTE and the Indian peacekeeping forces sparked glimmers of hope for a peaceful solution. However, when Prabhakaran shifted his stance, the fragile peace unraveled like thread in a torn fabric. His decision to rearm acted as a catalyst, reigniting conflict and leaving communities even more fractured in its wake. With the new leadership of President Premadasa, who opposed Indian intervention, the LTTE's influence grew in a manner that many hadn't anticipated. This led to an ongoing struggle, particularly against the IPKF, and the toll it took was devastating. Families on both sides of the conflict felt the weight of loss, as the battle continued with heavy casualties, further entrenching the divisions. A significant turning point arrived with the assassination of Indian Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi. This event underscored the tumultuous political climate, revealing the lengths to which Prabhakaran would go to further the cause for Tamil Eelam. This tragic incident intertwined local and international politics, leaving families grappling with the implications of such profound actions. In the midst of the chaos, the government struggled to find a way to restore peace, resulting in temporary ceasefires that often crumbled under the weight of renewed attacks from the LTTE. This cycle of fleeting hope followed by despair became a hallmark of the conflict, leaving families caught in the turmoil, yearning for stability yet constantly facing uncertainty. As the war reached its final stages, the impact on innocent civilians was nothing short of heartbreaking. Thousands of families, particularly among the Tamil community, suffered deeply from the ongoing conflict. The humanitarian disaster that unfolded prompted an international outcry, raising vital questions about the government's tactics and the cost of a war that seemed to have no end in sight.